Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is an energy read. How are you all today? And welcome to the new viewers. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Everything you need to know is below each video in the description. Yeah, we got a person assessing a situation. Yeah, this is someone clearing out past, but there's a little procrastination. Should I or shouldn't I? It's more like just this slow-moving procrastination. Yeah, this is a person who's literally looking at past here, but it's all about clearing out the past before they move forward. Yeah, 8 of Cups. So this is someone who's walked away from a situation. Should I stay? Should I go? It's really more about, I mean, this person's quite meticulous. They look at every little detail here. And this is, you know, that energy of procrastinating. But I do think this person's really just like weighing the pros and the cons. Because whatever it is they're looking at, it wasn't very emotionally fulfilling. It's somebody who wasn't very happy on this path they were on. So now it's about what they're looking for and where they're going to go. Yeah, look at that. This person's getting ready for something new. Yeah, look at that. You know, 1 minute they're kind of like feeling a little bit sad because of what's happened in the past here. But you can see that energy of happiness. They're gaining some kind of clarity. They're looking at things carefully. This is an energy of a person who really needs to kind of take their time. Yeah, they look at things carefully here. Tell me about the Sun. Yeah, let's see, it's all about a little trip down memory lane. 6 of Swords energy, but it's all about these lessons that they've learned. So this is actually good because you know, when a person has left something behind, it is good to kind of review the past. But it's now this person sees light at the end of the tunnel here, and it's about moving forward. Yeah, you can see happiness. This person, it's all about being happy. See, moving towards this new, the Sun. And that's where the 8 of Cups leads. But they're taking a little trip down memory lane. Look at that. They're manifesting what they desire. Yeah, they feel like they have everything they need to manifest what they want here. Look at that. Yeah, this is good because this is what you want someone to do. You want them to, you know, look at all the whatever it is that wasn't making them happy, because it is someone who wants to be happy. They're kind of gathering information too and applying those lessons because they're manifesting new. This is someone getting ready for new. Look at that. They're feeling, actually starting to feel very positive. See, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Could be someone who's focusing a lot on their money too. But it's definitely something that wasn't, whatever it is, it wasn't emotionally fulfilling, so they're leaving it behind. And this is about getting ready for new. They feel like they have everything they need. Yeah. Ooh. Magician. See, this is someone becoming very aware too. Yeah. They want to be happy. This is someone who feels, you know, they deserve to be happy. So I love the energy because the Wheel of Fortune shows a whole new cycle. It's all about good luck and timing. They're feeling fortunate here. So all these things that they've learned, they feel fortunate. Look at that. You've got this energy of new. Yeah, the High Priestess. See, they're trusting their intuition. So this is someone who's moving towards happiness. They're just getting themselves ready. They're preparing, making sure they have what they need after a little trip down memory lane. Yeah, see, moving forward calmly and peacefully. Just waiting for things to kind of calm down. Yeah, but this is, I always see this as someone who's applying these lessons, gathering up info, knowing everything that they need to know. Yeah, if they would have known then what they know now, you know, things would have been different. So there is a little bit of sadness, I feel, with this energy, but they're looking at the bright side. This is someone feeling very positive. See, it's all about happiness. They're learning to trust their intuition, too. This person feels very guided here. Yeah. Wow. This is a person who's somewhat private. They often keep things to themselves. So this is someone who's sort of, you know, does this. It's very internal. They're doing this, and they're doing this because they want to be happy. They're looking at that clarity. See, the sun is shining, the future, light at the end of the tunnel. Tell me about this Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, there's definitely been a lot of disappointment. Yeah, there's been a lot of disappointment in the past, but see, this is all temporary energy. They're leaving this behind. This person wants to be happy. They want to be fulfilled. They're ready for new. Yeah, getting themselves ready for new. Look at that, Ten of Pentacles. So this is someone who I feel, they've definitely been on this path of focusing on their finances, and it's possible they were robbing Peter to pay Paul. There was a lot of disappointments on and off, up and down. Yeah. So they are just reviewing here. But they're all this energy of disappointment. This is a person at some point who feels a little bit defeated, you know. But they're not going to do this because this is a person who isn't going to admit defeat. So you can see they're trying to look at the bright side, trying to stay positive. They're kind of on and off this way, but it is about partnerships, long-term stability. See, it's about being stable financially, partnering up. See, they want to be happy. They're looking at all the things that make them happy. And I feel this person's applying as much of the good things that, you know, that they've learned, seeing all these lessons they learned as a good thing. So I really like this person's energy. There it is. See, ready to love again. Their cup overflows with emotion. So someone just getting themselves ready, basically kind of preparing. But it's knowing if they would have known everything they know now, things would have been different. But the Wheel of Fortune, they're feeling fortunate, lucky for the lessons they've learned because now they know. So on this new path, oh, I love this person's energy. They really are someone who tries to focus on the positive, not the negative. Look at the star. See, they feel like there's hope. Look at that. Ooh. So there's someone here who's all feeling full of love and emotion. They're getting ready for new. They feel stable. They feel ready. So they've been on this particular path. And it is a lot to do with financial stability, but it has to do with having a partner. They've been keeping this all in. They, you know, this into me I see. Yeah, it's very internal. This is someone who's often very private. But here's the interesting thing with the star. There's so much hope here. See, it's all about a connection. It's whether the feelings are mutual. Do they love me? Do they not? Do they feel the same? But with everything that they now know that they've learned from the past, they're feeling very fortunate for all these lessons they've learned. So such a lovely energy, the mutual energy, the star, so much hope. This person literally is someone who started to kind of lose, you know, hope or even faith in themselves. Yeah. Let's have a look at, ooh, that Four of Cups tried to come out, which is definitely what I was feeling here intuitively. If they would have known then what they know now, things would have been different. Let me just grab that card because I looked down just as I shuffled and it just kind of disappeared. This person is definitely someone who's basically, they're just getting ready for love. They're, you know, it's about being, they've gone within here and they know what they need to do because they feel prepared, they feel ready. See, they've been pre-manifesting and preparing, and I can't find the card. But it is, you know, it is the energy if they would have known then what they know now. See, this is someone who often feels like it's too good to be true. Yeah, it's all about knowing their own worth and value too, you know. But this person is definitely looking at things in a really positive manner. I love that energy. Yeah, Seven of Cups. See, they see opportunity. They see all the possibilities. Ooh, this person's cup overflows with emotion, but they keep it all to themselves as they kind of go through these motions. But they see opportunity here. They know a good thing when they see it. You can see it's all about whether do they love me, do they not, do they feel the same. Yeah. Should I go down this path? See, they're gaining confidence and strength. And it's a lot of kindness, compassion. This is someone even, you know, possibly forgiving themselves because now they know what they didn't know before. So they feel very confident. They're taming that beast within themselves too. This is someone who knows they need to move a little slower. Yeah, they need to, but whatever it is that they know, I definitely feel there's this energy of sincerity too. I see kindness, compassion. Often it's forgiveness, someone even forgiving themselves, releasing all this, whatever it is they're releasing from the past, letting it go. But this is someone getting ready for love here. Look at that, Three of Cups. See, it's a reason to celebrate. They feel very positive. I wouldn't be surprised there's some kind of good news here. Yeah, look at that. See, this is someone who's been keeping this to themselves. See, privacy. They definitely are going within here. Yeah, they want to move forward. Their cup overflows. This is someone feeling all that emotional energy, feeling the love. Tell me about the Ace of Cups. Yeah, Page of Swords. So this is someone who's becoming very curious. It's a person who wants to know someone. I feel like you're likely acquainted with this person, because this is often acquaintances. See, there's something to do with the past, getting acquainted. This person's starting to feel so much hope. See, they feel like there's a connection here. This is two people coming together, so you've made some sort of connection. Now this deck brings out a lot of I love this deck so much. It really does bring out a lot of energies, the way they should be seen as the feeling of hope. Two people have connected here. Yeah, they're kind of, like I say, reviewing the past, but it's this energy of getting acquainted. This is someone really curious. But they're keeping this to themselves. See, they're trying to learn something, and they're applying the things that they do know. They just look at the bright side. They're doing everything they can to stay positive. But it's a lot to do with this partnering up, this long-term stability. This is a person kind of looking at a situation like, will this person be there for me when I need them? And they also know that, they're expected to do the same, because I do see a lot of expectations. There's been a lot of disappointment. This person at some point did feel defeated. See, they felt kind of defeated, but they're leaving all this behind. Wow, and the star is so much hope. See, this is about connecting. Do they feel the same? Do they feel this connection? Do they feel the way I do? Yeah, but this is someone who kind of has definitely had some disappointments. They're leaving it in the past. Their cup overflows with emotion. Yeah, see, they've learned something. See, applying all the lessons learned. They feel very fortunate for the lessons they've learned, or the things that they now know that they didn't know before. They're very wise, and this is someone who's often strategic, but it's about seeing truth. See, this person is someone who I feel kind of feels like they didn't deserve love here. And it's a person who often comes across as emotionally unavailable. So you can see they're going through those emotions here. They're keeping it in. This is all about themselves. Yeah, into me I see. Yeah, but they're coming out of this wiser. This is someone who now has experience. See, they're thankful for the experiences they've learned, because now they know truth. This is someone coming in to talk here. I can see already. They're curious. They want to know. It's all this energy of discovering, right? This discovering someone. This is a person who has to kind of go through these motions their own way. But they are feeling confident that they're making the right choice, the decision. You got a person coming in with an offer, an opportunity here. Yeah, the Strength card. Yeah, look at that. See, Three of Swords. There's been a lot of hurt. This person's biggest issue is this is somebody who's been hurt, their swords up. They're often a little skeptical. And you can see, I'll tell you what this person is. It's about avoiding being hurt again. This is someone who definitely doesn't want to go through whatever they went through. And it's almost like they feel like they don't deserve. It's all about deserving love, knowing their own worth and value. This person may have been hurt by someone, but they are pushing through that because they see truth. See, if they didn't go through that, then they wouldn't know what they need to know. So it's all about being kind and compassionate, forgiving themselves, releasing. Look at this energy. Yeah, it's an energy of being bold, feeling very confident. This is someone who's now in control of their emotions, their passions. See, what it is learning to slow down, to look at the situation. See, it's all about getting acquainted, but this person's literally, see, it's an energy of this person being aware, a lot aware of themselves here. See, they're often very bold, very confident. They focus on things till they get what they want. Yeah, so there's been a lot of hurt. This is someone who has hurt some people in the past, but it's all this energy of becoming aware, and it is an energy of forgiveness. This is about being kinder, more compassionate, more emotionally available. And that's what this person's going through. This is very, very internal. Wow. Yeah, there's been a healing. This is someone who is kind of pinned down by their thoughts. See, it's all this time. So this is someone who's taken a time out. See, their feelings are coming to the surface here. You got a person falling in love here. But this little time out, see where they're pinned down by their thoughts, a little bit of a break to heal, to release, releasing the last of this negativity, because we went from the, oh, this person. See, all that little bit, it's not like they're reminiscing. It's more like they're looking at every little detail. They're very particular too, this person, quite structured. Yeah, but they're looking at the signs and the signals here too. Yeah, it's a little time to heal. Tell me about the High Priestess. Yeah, see this person, look at that. See, this is what this person's learning is patience. See, this is what they're learning, is learning to be patient. But there's something that they know that they didn't know before. Not even necessarily about self, but this is an energy of interest. This is about learning to be patient, applying these lessons. There's a lot of interest here. Look at that. You got an Emperor. This is someone who's going through all the energies of the kings, manifesting what they desire. This person has a lot of desire. See, they're feeling like there's good news, a reason to celebrate. This person's likely been talking to people too. When you're talking to people, see, gaining some clarity and insight. It's all about getting acquainted. So some of you you've been acquainted with this person, but they're applying everything that they now know to this situation. Yes, they were pinned down by their thoughts. See, it's an energy of releasing this energy of the negativity of the King of Wands. See, learning to be patient. This person's focuses. They focus till they get what they want. Yeah, the Emperor, they've mastered this energy. Little time out to heal, getting out of their head too. This is somebody who also knows they have a tendency to overanalyze and even come across as a little cold. See, look at, there's the path. They're gaining clarity. They see this truth, but it's time to go down a new path. Time to leave the past behind. It's time to go down a new path. So this is someone who could be talking to people about you, or they're just checking you out, maybe keeping tabs on the situation, but they're applying all these lessons. And this is about getting acquainted. And I wouldn't even be surprised reacquainted. This is someone who's definitely in their head here. Yeah, look at that. See, the King of Cups, they're mastering the King of Cups. This person's in love here. And this, if you are someone who's been spending time with this person, as you get to know each other, their emotions start to flow. See, it's all about falling in love, being in love. This is a person at some point was a little afraid of falling in love. It's also someone who, the King of Wands energy is a person, not only do they focus on what they want till they get it done, but they often have that tendency to be a bit controlling. So there's definitely this energy of clearing out. See, they're clearing out all this stuff from the past, getting out of their head. This person's falling in love. Their emotions, this is how they now feel. Wow, they're mastering all these energies. This is beautiful because it is like a wake-up call energy. This person's having this realization. Look, the King of Pentacles, mastering all the kings. So it is about stability, long-term stability. This is definitely a person who's very goal-oriented, but it is a person who often moves quickly. Yeah, but see, it's all about clearing this all out. This person is definitely someone who's often respected, too, in their community. Yeah. And I definitely see truth, integrity. Oh, my gosh. Who are you dealing with here? Yeah, this is someone who longs for love. See, I feel like they're talking to people about the past. As they clear this out, they're talking, communicating. But this is someone who's very curious. They kind of want to know everything. It's a person who likes to learn things too. But what's interesting is this is someone who sees very clearly. Yeah, time to clear out the past. Time to let this go. Time to move forward. This person's falling in love. They feel prepared, you see. They've been manifesting money, long-term stability. But I'll tell you what this person's main issue is I don't see guilt or anything. It's just the things that pin them down. The thoughts in their head. This is someone who's often of two minds of things. But it's all about decisive, knowing everything they need to know. So basically, I feel it's a bit of a realization about how they feel. Because their cup overflows with emotion. And they've been keeping this all in. They've gone within here. Look at that. So it's an energy of change. It's time for change. This person's gone through a lot of growth and a lot of financial growth. This is someone who feels ready. So basically they feel ready. Yeah, it's all about the lovers feeling ready to love again. See a bond, a connection between two people. This is someone kind of romanticizing here too. But I feel they're talking to people about past. Reminiscing, just getting together with some people. They talk as part of their healing process. So this is someone who generally keeps everything to themselves. See, now it's about opening up. It's all about, yep, and they're letting go of baggage from the past. It could be childhood issues, things like this. See, they're just going, I love this person's energy. I love this because what this is it's all about their own inner peace and letting it go. They're ready to love again. This is someone ready to, and they're literally, I feel, falling in love at this point. But it's about offering up the cup, telling someone how they feel. Do they love me? Do they not? Do they feel the same? And it really is an energy of moving forward, learning about someone, forming a bond. See, getting closer, feeling close. It's about taking the necessary time to get to know someone. Because this is a person who often, with that King of Wands energies, this is where I feel they have this struggle, is rushing into things, feeling they always need to be in control. It's very masculine. See, they keep everything in. But now this person's starting to, see, it's all about learning to love. Loving themselves first, knowing their worth. This person's earned a lot here too in their life. Like, people respect this person. But this is someone here who knows they need to earn your trust. Because I do feel like you've been acquainted with this person. This is how this person was feeling. They kept it to themselves. They didn't say anything. And we've got the Justice card, which tells me this is internal. This is someone doing what they need to do for themselves so that they can make a decent partner, see harmony and peace, making peace with the past and ready to move forward. This is all about commitment. This person feels ready. They're grounded. They're stable. See, it's all about being able to provide. This is someone who's been preparing themselves. Yeah, see the King and Queen of Pentacles. There you go. See, this is about a partner. What this person's always wanted was a partner. And I don't think this person was seeing. And they are definitely in the energy of becoming very aware of self. There's been a lot of disappointments, but I'll tell you what it is. This person knows they need to earn your trust. They need to slow down. So this is a person likely coming in to confess, to tell you a truth about how they felt overwhelmed emotionally. And they kept it to themselves. Oh my gosh. This person's coming in to fill your cup. See? But this is someone who needed to do what they need to do for themselves so that they can give the other person what they need, fill their cup. See, this is about emotional fulfillment here. Yeah, there's definitely been disappointment. Tell me more about the Five of Swords here. Yeah, they've been thinking things through. See, this is about being decisive. So this is somebody who was definitely indecisive at some point, but they're going through all these motions. I mean, this is Emperor energy. I love it. And this is about being able to do right by their person, see a partner. And this is a person too who kind of looks at the other person like, will this person be there through thick and thin? Will they be there for me when I need them? And they also be aware they need to be there for the other person. See, all this change and growth, this person's ready for change, a whole new chapter. And I do feel there's been childhood issues, things like this, that have weighed heavily on this person. See, they're letting go of all this past. But this is someone who literally longs for love. They long for love. Yeah, see, someone who's been very private. They keep everything to themselves. They don't share of themselves. They come across as kind of cold, stringent. And I do feel this is someone who's been of two minds of things. And now you can see this is the energy of single. This is someone who doesn't want to be single. They really don't. And I do feel person is aware that you're single, that you're open and available, see, being open to receive. But the King and Queen of Pentacles are partnership. But this is about love. These are two people who are somewhat similar. Yeah. This is an energy of stability. Two people who are very comfortable with each other. They feel like home. So they know they need to make you feel comfortable. I feel like if you are in that Queen of Pentacles energy, this person actually felt comfortable with you. But it's all about the timing, being at the right place, the right time. So this person has gone through all this energy. They're going to come in and fill your cup. They want to be able to they have to make themselves happy first. This is someone who needed to be alone. They needed to do what they needed to do to go through this path that they're going down, and they're gaining a lot of clarity. See, they know what makes them happy, what fulfills them emotionally. They have faith in themselves. They can make you happy. It's very important to this person. Oh my gosh, so there you go. I did not expect this energy, but you can see the path, the learning, looking at every little detail very meticulously. It's all about what they've left behind. See, but what makes me happy, what fulfills me emotionally. So now this person knows they had some baggage from the past they needed to clear out. And there it is, getting the cup filled. See, two people getting what they want. But this is someone who knows they need to earn the other person's trust. And they need to have trust and faith in themselves. See, they're choosing their battles. Someone who needed to be happy. They needed to learn to be happy by themselves. Because I'm getting the vibe of someone who kind of rushes into relationships. See, they're learning to slow down. But there it is, learning to be alone, learning to love themselves first, learning to be alone. They needed to do this for themselves so they can fill your cup. They needed to spend time alone to make themselves happy before they can make another person happy. So this person's very wise. I feel they've learned a lot. They're applying all this. See, they feel very positive about the lessons they learned because look at that. Now they know what they need to know. They've learned a lot. They're wise. They have a lot of experience. But these are some of I think they're talking to people about some of their experiences. But I do think this person wants to talk. They want to connect and share those experiences. But I'll tell you, a lot of this energy is being emotionally available. Being able to talk to somebody face to face. See, it's about sharing their innermost self. Yeah, what they like, don't like, their fears, all these things. This is someone who's been hurt, and it's possible this person may have hurt you. I wouldn't be surprised they come in and ask for forgiveness. But a lot of this is forgiving themselves. Yeah, see, they want to talk. This person, literally, you could become a couple with this person. This is what they now see, what they want, what they hope. There's so much desire to manifest this. So they've been pre-manifesting, preparing, but it's that healing energy, clearing all this past out to create change. Yeah, it's all about commitment. See, laying the foundation, committed. This person is telling you, they are an energy of someone who wants a commitment. They want long-term stability. They want a partner. It's everything they could ever want. But they just failed to recognize this opportunity when it came in. So there you go. They want to talk. They want to communicate. See, this is someone who was holding back all their feelings. And now they're ready to open up. But it's about two people filling each other's needs. Yeah, sharing feelings, emotions. It's dating, it's courting, but this is about this person wanting to talk to you. Yeah, they want to they lay down a foundation and commit. But it's all about this. It's not about giving and receiving as much as this person really, I got to tell you, they really, really want to be able to make you happy. See, this is someone who felt they couldn't make someone happy because they weren't really happy with themselves. They weren't loving themselves. So that's the gist of it. Yeah, they're going to come in. They want to talk. This is definitely going to create change. There's a lot of growth and change. Like this is the energy of growth. They want this to grow. They want to grow with you. They want to basically build with you. But it's like starting from scratch here. So there you go. Take care, everybody. This person here, someone who you've been maybe waiting for. I don't really see the waiting here. I just feel like you're open, you're available to receive. So letting this person, because the King and Queen of Pentacles are often two people who kind of are content the way things are, you see? And that's what it is. It's about filling each other's cup, being open to receive. This is a gift. This person sees this as a gift. They see you as this gift. All the gifts that they're about to receive, they see this now. All these things they didn't see before. But I love the energy of this person right here with the star, feeling like there's hope. There's this beautiful connection. See, you connected with this person at some point. It's a person who just wasn't ready, so they've been pre-manifesting, preparing. This person's definitely gone through, I would have to say, an awakening kind of energy where they really needed to do this for themselves so they can do right by you. Take care. Bye for now.